In the previous video, I gave you an example. In this video, it's your turn to have a go. But before we do, let me give you another example. So here, solve this here. 8 to the power of what will give us 73. So if you think about it, 8 squared will be 64. 8 to the power of 3 will be this. 73 will be somewhere. So it's going to be 2 point something. Okay, so to solve this here, what you do is you log both sides. So when you log, this goes down, and at this stage you don't fully understand why it works. You just know how to do it at this stage. You don't know why it works. Okay, so log both sides. So the x will go down here, and then log 8. Remember, it's defaulted as 10. So this is when you log. When you press the log button on your calculator, it's really log to the base 10. So when you look at this, what it's saying is that this number here represents 10 to the power of this number here, gives you 8. Okay, but don't worry about it too much. So when you're here, log both sides. That will then give you this and this here. And now you want x on its own. So at the moment you've got one bubble multiplying with this bubble here. So you want x on its own, so divide both sides by this. So x equals this. And if you get your calculator and punch in this log 73, remember this bubble here, what it represents is when you press the log button on your calculator, it's really log to the base 10. So that means when you punch in log 73, what it means is this. What it means is this bubble here is 10 to the power of that bubble equals 73. That's what it means when you punch it into your calculator. So this bubble here is the exact same bubble as this one here. Well, anyway, just punch this into your calculator and then divide it by this, and then, well, this bubble here is this, well, if you round it off, it will become this. If you round this log 8 to 2 decimal places, it will give you this. And then if you get top divided by bottom, it will give you this. And then when you come to test it, 8 to the power of this thing here, it gives you 74.03. But then if you look at the original question is 8 to the power of what gives me 73. Here the question is 73, but down here is 74 point something. And the reason for that is because of the when you do this here, when you round off to 2 decimal places, it incurs a lot of errors here. Okay, you've incurred some errors here, and the thing about exponentials is that you see h to the power. You see if you get this x slightly wrong, h to the power of x is very sensitive. So if you get this slightly wrong, it will magnify the answer by quite a lot. So h to the power of x is very sensitive. So if you get this slightly wrong, then your answer will magnifies itself, drastically magnifies itself. So when you come to do it, try rather than rounding this off to 2 decimal places, leave it as it is. So when you do it on your calculator, when you come to work this out here on your calculator, punch. Well, every calculator will be different, but for most calculators, you can just press brackets, punch in the log button, 73. So this bit here will be this bit here, and then divide it by. What I'm trying to say is that don't round it off. Keep it. Well, every calculator would be different. Your calculator will keep everything in your calculator. So punch divide here, and then this thing here, and then punch equals straight away, rather than working this out and then rounding off to 2 decimal places. Keep everything in your calculator and press this button right at the end, equal, and then it will give you this. You see, this here is a much more accurate answer. And then when you test this out here, when you tested this out, h to the power of this thing here, it will give you 73. It's a much better way of doing it rather than rounding it off. Okay. Well, I said I was going to give you some some practice, but this video has been going on for longer than I thought. So I will give you this in the next video. Okay.